ambitious ones, my darling Capricorns. Welcome back. We are so happy you're here for the deep dive.
We really are. We're going to get into what is truly a pivotal slice of the calendar for you. This December is bringing some interesting adjustments.
Absolutely. So we're diving deep into your forecast. We're looking at the week of the 8th through the 14th. We're going to get into the major themes, those emotional currents, and really what you, dear goats, need to focus on.
Yeah, and if we just look at the sky energies this month, the thing that immediately stands out is, well, it's tension. There's this intense friction early on, but it gives way to this huge shift toward, well, clarity.
Okay, that sounds promising. So it's about getting through some stuff to get to the good part.
It is. It's about overcoming these obstacles that you've probably been feeling for a while, but maybe you couldn't quite put your finger on.
Let's unpack that right away then, because clarity is a word every Capricorn loves to hear. The fog is finally lifting.
It really is.
So the biggest headline, the real game changer this week, has to be what we're calling the Great Awakening. Tell me about Neptune, because that planet is finally changing direction.
That's right. So on Wednesday, December 10th, Neptune ends its long retrograde and goes direct in Pisces. Now, for context, Neptune is kind of known as the big sleep.
The big sleep, I like that.
Right. So when it finally starts moving forward again, it feels like you're being, I don't know, firmly but gently jostled awake. The lights just kind of flicker back on.
And what does that jolt feel like in practical, grounded Capricorn terms? What does that mean for you?
Well, it really signals the end of ambiguity, the end of self-doubt. You know how sometimes you just sense something is true, maybe it's your intuition or a bunch of little clues, but you keep second-guessing yourself. Or maybe the people around you are sort of denying your reality. That's the classic Neptune retrograde gaslight effect.
Oh, totally.
And when Neptune goes direct, that just stops. The evidence becomes crystal clear. And admitting that truth, even if it's uncomfortable, that becomes your biggest moment of empowerment.
And what's so fascinating is where this is all happening for you, my practical Capricorns and rising Capricorns. Neptune is moving forward through your third house.
Exactly. The house of communication, short trips, your local environment, siblings, neighbors, all of that.
So for the last few months, that retrograde might have shown up as like weird tech glitches or conversations that just go in circle.
Totally. Or just a weird fog around contracts or plans. If you felt like you're walking through quicksand trying to get a straight answer from someone since, say, the end of October, this is the energy that finally clears the path.
So that uncertainty you've had about a sibling or a cousin or even a work proposal, that just becomes straightforward now. That feeling of doubting your own read on a situation, gone. It lifts.
And what's more, because Neptune is also the planet of, boundless inspiration, its forward motion here also boosts your imagination, your creativity. We're talking vivid, artistic ideas.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it helps you align your mind with a higher sense of wisdom, not just the cold, hard facts you're so good at.
So, my dear goats, if the truth has been hiding in plain sight, now is the moment. You have to stop negotiating with reality. Acknowledging what is real. That's a powerful way to get your self-trust back.
Precisely. The minute you admit the truth to yourself, you start making choices that align with real self-respect and that internal shift. That is the foundation for the success you're built for.
Okay. So if Neptune going direct is our big, wonderful green light, then the very beginning of the week feels like hitting the most frustrating red light you can imagine. We've got Mars squaring both Saturn and Neptune.
It is, astrologically speaking, the ultimate cosmic traffic jam. I mean, you've got Mars in Sagittarius, which is all about action moving forward, full speed ahead.
It wants to gallop.
It wants to gallop.
Exactly.
But then here comes Saturn, your ruling planet, the lord of limits, and it's demanding patience, structure, restraint. It's like hitting the gas and the brakes at the exact same time.
And for you, Capricorn and rising Capricorn, this is a really tough psychological energy because Mars is currently stirring things up in your 12th house.
The subconscious, self-undoing, hidden enemies, all those past disappointments you thought you'd filed away.
So it's digging up old stuff.
It's digging up old stuff. Mars in the 12th tends to trigger things that were dormant, old hurts, past upsets you pushed down. It's like opening a dusty attic in your mind. And for a sign that's so focused on the future, that can feel like a real drag.
And because Mars is making this harsh square to Saturn and Neptune, any of those old sensitivities are just amplified. That issue with a past professional failure or maybe a betrayal, the sources say it could come roaring back this week.
Which is why there's some really critical advice here, especially around discretion. With Mars in your house of secrets, this is absolutely not the week to be casual with confidential information.
You heard that, my disciplined listeners. You have to keep a confidence tight to your chest. If you know people who are a bit loose with information, this is a huge flashing sign to be so careful about what you share.
It protects your energy and your reputation.
And let's be clear about who's feeling this the most. My loves, you must always, always follow your rising sign. It is so important. For many rising Capricorns, these intense squares are hitting your angular houses.
The angular houses are the pillars of your life, yourself, your home, your partnerships, your career. So when these difficult squares hit them, the block doesn't feel abstract. It feels like a very real, very direct obstacle in your daily life.
So if you're a rising Cap, that traffic jam might be a literal challenge from a partner or a sudden delay at work. The lesson here is really about acknowledging the limits of your control.
It is. You can't rush things that need time. Mars is asking you to take action only on what is right in front of you, what you can actually influence, and then you have to surrender the rest.
Don't struggle against the current.
Don't struggle. The quicksand feeling will pass if you just stop fighting it.
Okay, so on top of that traffic jam, the early part of the week also has this restless, buzzing mental energy. On Wednesday, Mercury opposes Uranus. That sounds tense.
That's the perfect word for it. It's restless, electric, and highly unpredictable. For a practical Capricorn, this can show up as just frustrating instability, last-minute changes of plans.
Ugh, yes.
Yep.
Or your tech just failing during a critical meeting, unexpected travel problems.
Exactly. And that volatility can get to your nervous system. It makes it really hard to switch off, to focus, to get good sleep. It's just mental static.
Like 50 news channels playing at once in your head.
Yes. And then on Thursday, you have the quarter moon in your sister Earth sign, Virgo, which just kind of turns up the volume on all the sensitivities we talked about.
But then, Friday, there's a shift, a constructive one. Mercury moves out of that chaos and into your 12th house, joining Mars. And your thinking goes much deeper.
It does. And this is incredibly constructive for you because Mercury quickly makes a really strong link with Pluto, which is in your sign. This is where you get powerful, profound conversations by the end of the week.
Ah, so you can finally talk about those difficult truths that Neptune revealed?
You can. Your thinking is going to focus on your beliefs, on the integrity of the people around you, and on who is truly trustworthy and sincere. It's like strategic pruning of your social circle.
So the key to getting through the frustration of the early week is to just have a simple plan.
An achievable plan. Pace yourself. Chip away at the small things you can control. Because by the weekend, as Mercury and Pluto connect, the big insights, they will come. You'll find the breakthrough you need.
So my resourceful Capricorns, what is this week in December really demanding from you? It sounds like it's all about balance.
It is. Your natural desire to push forward, that Mars energy, it has to be tempered by Saturn's wisdom and by that deep psychological cleansing that's happening in your 12th house.
The goal here is really self-knowledge.
Superior self-knowledge. Mars is asking you to know thyself and then make impeccably directed choices from that place of inner confidence, not external pressure. Simplify. Concentrate on what's truly important.
This week is a masterclass in separating the external chaos from your internal purpose. You can either be frustrated by the red lights, or you can use the pause to strategize the next 3 years of your life.
Embrace the truth that's revealed to you this week, however uncomfortable it feels right now. Use that hard-won clarity with your natural discipline to build authentic success that doesn't require you to compromise on your values.
My sweet listeners, my well-intentioned friends, thank you so, so much for taking this deep dive with us. And hey, if you had an awakening moment this week, a game-changer truth that finally clicked, please share it with us in the comments.
We'd love to hear it.
We really would. And of course, please remember to support this journey. Subscribe, like, follow. It lets us know this is the kind of deep content that resonates with your ambitious hearts.
Our celestial journey continues without delay. Next up, we are navigating the fascinating opportunities for our thoughtful Aquarius friends. Join us then.